What is going on, guys? And this is Diggy here, or Ford3984, bringing you another Black Ops commentary yet again. But actually, this is actually not my gameplay. This is actually a buddy of mine, Fade SF. He is getting into the whole YouTube thing. I don't believe he has any commentaries yet on his channel. I'll put the link to his channel in the description. If you guys want to check him out, go show him some love. Go ahead. Link will be in the description. So the next thing I want to tell you guys is, oh Jesus, I'm a dumbass. Okay, so I can't remember my password for my Twitter account. So it wouldn't be too big of a problem because you can reset your password. They would, send you a password in your email account. But I used an old email account that I never use anymore, and I can't remember the fucking password for that. And it wouldn't be a problem because they had security questions, all lined up for me. They're like, where did you meet your spouse? And I'm like, at the bar. And they're like, that's incorrect. I was like, what? I met her at the fucking bar. What are you talking about? And they're like, where'd you meet your spouse? And I'm like, okay, maybe I was specific. So I was like, at Zaboni's, which is the bar's name. No, again, I'm like, what the fuck did I put in this that I mean, I know the security questions are there for a reason, but I don't pay too much attention to them, so I probably fucking around was like your mama or some shit like that, which I tried actually as a password, but it didn't work. So I can't remember my fucking email account, my old email account. I can't remember my Twitter password, and that's the one thing I don't understand. All these goddamn passwords. I know you gotta be safe. I know, with all these fucking hackers out there, but there's so many goddamn passwords. I have like 5 passwords for my job. I have passwords to get into this one software, another software, just to log into the computer. So many fucking passwords that I need to remember. Now I gotta remember my Twitter account, my Gmail account, my YouTube account, my Yoush account, any other fucking password that I fucking got. I got so many goddamn passwords, and I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to use the same goddamn password, or I'm not going to use like my username for my goddamn password because I'm not a freaking idiot. So I change it up every once in a while, and I'm like, oh, I'll remember that. Ha, that was pretty fucking funny. No. Fucking didn't happen in this case. So I had to make a new Twitter account. So my Twitter account name now is KFord3984. That's right. I just put a K in front of that fucking shit because I don't really give a fuck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing some, playing with subscribers. Maybe I'll do a series like Sub Sunday or some shit like that. I know Stone Post does that, but I probably won't do it on Sunday or even call it Sub Sunday or Sub Wednesday. I don't know what the fuck to call it yet, but I need followers on Twitter for this actually to go, into place as a series. So let me know, guys, what you want, or follow me on Twitter if you want to game with me. That's how I'm going to host open lobbies. So go ahead, link will be in the description. So what I want to talk to you tonight about, and I've already actually discussed this a little bit with you guys in another video, a long time ago video, was my undercover job at Menards. Now, I did tell you a couple of stories of, what happened at Menards. Well, I'm going to tell you these 2 stories that I haven't told you yet about the guy who got away from me and the guy who didn't get away from me. And there was plenty of guys who got away from me, but this one guy just really pissed me off because he stole about $600 worth of crap. But before I get into that story, let me go ahead and tell you about the guy who didn't get away from me. So this individual is actually pretty smart and decided to pick up receipts in the parking lot. Now, whatever receipt looked halfway decent, like it wasn't already thrown away or in the trash or anything like that, he would take the receipt into the store, grab the stuff that was on the receipt, and walk out the door. Now, cashiers are supposed to look at the receipt, the dates, if it's marked or not. I mean, really, look at the receipt. But cashiers don't give a shit about it. So they actually don't do it whatsoever. And we were actually onto this guy for about a month now. He was doing it for about a month and a half. So we were onto him already. So I saw him on the cameras. I'm like, okay, we're going to get this guy today. So I was working with another undercover security guard, and he was a heavier set kind of dude. So I had him go walk on the floor because his fat ass needed to work it out. So he was following him on the floor. I was following him on the cameras. So I see the bad guy walking to the garden exit, which is, if you don't know what the garden is, it's where you buy your plants, your turf, anything fucking garden related, it's out there. And there's only one cashier out there, and there's no security guards at the door. So I don't know what happened to my partner, but he was MIA. I think his fat ass needed to sit down or something, but he was MIA. Okay, so I'm walking behind this guy now. He walks out the door. So I got him. As soon as he walks out the door, that's when I'm supposed to stop him. So, I mean, he was about 5 feet away from me. I didn't want to chase him because he would hear me coming, and he was actually a very athletic looking kind of guy. He was like 6'4", very skinny, looked like he can run faster than me, who's a fat ass. So I go, "Excuse me, sir, can you help me with something very quickly?" And he turns around and looks at me. Now, let me just say, one of the things that he took from the store was actually detergent, okay? So on the receipt, there was like this big like gallon jug of detergent. So he turns around, looks at me, and throws the detergent at me because I guess he figured I was security. And I'm not talking about he just threw it on the ground or threw it by my feet. No, this motherfucker wound back and like threw it at me like a pitcher, throwing at a catcher. It was coming at me. So I, dodged it, took out my phone, I started running after him. And thank God one of the employees actually saw me chasing after this guy, got into his car and like picked me up, and I'm talking on the phone with the cops and chasing after this guy who's like going in alleys and people's yards and stuff like that just to get away. And the cops finally got him and brought him back, and this guy was actually on probation for another crime he did, so he actually was going to jail for this, and they actually found like a couple knives on him and stuff like that. So thank God I didn't actually stop him, because his ass would probably stab me, and I probably wouldn't be doing commentaries at this time. So thank God for that. Now, the last story I want to tell you guys, which is going to be very quick. Now, this individual got away from me. He decided he had a Menards membership, and what that is if you have a Menards membership, you get like a store credit, and you're actually able to drive into Menards in the back where trucks go and all that kind of stuff if you're picking up like big supplies. So he flashes the card at the security guard, and she lets him in. Well, he goes into the store, grabs a cart, and grabs 2 $600 saws, puts them in the cart, goes out to the back, puts them in his trunk. And I see this guy, and as soon as he picks up 2 $600 saws, I'm on him, as fast as possible. So I got him on the cameras, and I see him going out to the back, so I radio the security guard, and I'm like, don't let him leave. So long story short, I get out there, he sees me, he runs into his car and plows right into the gate. So that's it, guys. Fade went 30-8. I hope you liked it. Till next time, later.